Hello and welcome. In the very last video, which I will link for you in the corner over here and in the description box below in case you missed it, I did a watercolor art haul, and in that video I teased you with another box, art supplies in it, or at least an art supply. So let's open that up, see what's inside, and play. Okay, here's the box. I did zip it open real quick. Let's see what's inside. Oh, that is not an art supply. That is a trailer lock from a trailer. We'll ignore that. I thought this was the only thing in here. All right. M. Graham 5-color basics gouache set. I'm feeling a little bit disappointed. This little tiny package, it's like the size of playing cards, was $43. $43, and it's tiny. Oh man, this stuff better be like gold when I use it, because this does not feel like money well spent, so we'll see. But I only have this cheaper savoir-faire brand of gouache, which I have enjoyed using quite a bit, but it is not very light fast, so I wanted to try something more professional, more light fast. So these are all supposed to be highly light fast colors. They are Azo Yellow, Ivory Black, Cobalt Blue, Naphthol Red, and Titanium White. And these are little 15 ml bottles. They're so tiny. Oh man, so tiny. That was a lot of money for this. I don't like it. We better get a lot of really cool color mixes with these 3 primaries. That's all I have to tell you. Okay, let's pull out. I am excited to use them. At the same time, my brain is saying, no, they're too small and too expensive. Return them before you open them, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep them. Let's get out our Etcher sketchbook and just swatch and play with color mixes, and maybe we can do a little painting even if we feel ambitious, which I definitely want to do a painting this time. I just have so much fun with the color mixes. In fact, I still have this open over here because I went through it and went ahead and ordered the remaining colors. Since they're no longer half off, they're back in stock. Imagine that. Anyway, this was the last video. We're going to skip these 2 pages in my sketchbook because I will do more circle color mixes on this page and an actual painting with the Roman small palette once it's all complete on this page. So we will do the gouache on this. This is the Etcher A4 size sketchbook here. I'm going to do the swatches and all the color mixes on this page and painting over here, which is kind of a big painting, which we'll probably use this entire tube of paint. Just kidding, I'm feeling a little bit salty about this. But anyway, we'll do a painting over here, maybe 2 little ones or 4 little ones or something useful. All right, it is literally only a few minutes later, but if you look, I do have different sleeves because I was too hot in that sweatshirt. I grabbed my ceramic sushi plate. I got it at the thrift store for like $1. Put the colors out. I have no idea if that's enough or if this is even going to be enough mixing space because I want to do a lot of mixes, but we're going to start with that. I do come back at the end of each of these little speed painting sessions and talk to you in detail about everything I'm doing, so I'm not going to do that now with a voiceover. I will just leave you to some music. So if you want to fast forward to this section or whatever, that's fine, but I think it's really fun to watch. So hopefully you'll just enjoy watching it, and I will be back with you talking again in just a second or a minute. All right, here's everything up close. You can see that I glazed again over them when they were completely dry. So I did it twice, once when they were wet, once when they were dry. And mixed the yellow and the blue, got a variety of greens, and then played with adding some white. I did the same thing with the red and the blue. Wasn't very happy with the purple I got here. It looks pretty great on camera though. So I mixed a couple of different purples, really liked those, added some white, got some beautiful lavenders and pinks, love that. And then I used the yellow and the red and got some very pretty oranges, and then added some white to those. Played with more of that there. Then you can see all the other mixes that I did. Yellow and black, yellow, red, blue, and white. Yellow, red, blue, more white, and red and black. Makes a kind of interesting color. It's like a brick red, and I add white to that. Let me get that a little over so you can see that. Yellow and blue, adding black, adding white to the black mixture. I was surprised I got a fairly decent mint green. It looks more minty in person than you're seeing on camera, but it's not too bad. It's not giving a terrible representation of that, and hopefully when I color correct, like I always do anyway, it'll work. One of my absolute favorite mixtures, though, is the blue and the black. That's cobalt blue and black, and that's it. And, well, I put the little dots of white gouache on it, but these are also cobalt blue and black, and you can see if I put them all in screen here, you get some very different colors based on how much blue and how much black is in each one. And then on these two I just added white, and they're quite pretty. Very fun, very fun. I'm sure there's a lot more combinations that we could try that I have not done yet, but let's move into a painting. Time to rip off the tape and see what we're left with. That one's still a little wet, so hopefully I don't rip the paper. But I'm impatient. I want to see it, and I want to see it right now. See, this tape is coming off perfectly, no ripping. What paper was that in that one video that kept ripping? I can't remember. Etcher, the Etcher block. But this is Etcher paper, but this is 100% cotton. That other one was 50% cotton. I guess that's the difference. There we are. This is supposed to be just a softer flower scene. I don't know. It's okay. Whatever. Have you guys ever used the Imgram gouache? What do you think of it? I don't know if I'm using it correctly. It is just opaque watercolor, so I kind of used it as I would use my watercolor straight out from the tube, however. Like, are you supposed to use it this transparently like I have in this one? I don't know. I watch Sarah Byrne's studio all the time, and she does use gouache a lot. Any other good gouache channels out there that I should check out? This does dry out on the palette pretty quickly, and it does kind of create a hard, a hard chunk of stuff that doesn't fully re-wet. You have to really work into it, and so I definitely think using this from the tube is going to be much more beneficial than trying to let it dry out in any kind of pans. It is honey-based, I was pretty sure. So it says the binder's gum arabic. I'm not sure, have any of you tried drying out your M-gram gouache? I'm not going to. I am definitely not going to. I enjoy using it straight from the tube, and I will continue to do that. But I'm curious. I want to know these things. We have quite a fun spread here. I like it. My lighting is just, it's not that great today. I just dipped my finger in the paint. Oh good, it was just some watery paint. But yeah, we have a fun spread. I was thinking before we conclude this little adventure, it has been since yesterday morning, so approximately 24 hours since these paints have been sitting out here, and they've just been sitting out on the desk, not covered or anything. And I thought we should try and re-wet them and see what that's like. And I just had this envelope on my desk that I didn't need. All right, here's the yellow. So the thinner parts are reactivating. It's still taking quite a bit of effort. It's a very pretty color still though. The big chunk is just reactivating, of course, only where the water is touching, which that makes perfect sense. That's just the same as a watercolor pan, basically. So yeah, it re-wets. It takes so much more effort though with the brush. I'm not sure that I would really want to deal with that. Way more effort than reactivating watercolor, except for these thinner portions here. That's pretty straightforward as far as reactivating. And I might have said that wrong. It's not like way more effort than reactivating watercolor. It's just a thicker paint, I would say. So it feels like you're having to work at it a little bit more, and maybe I am, but that's actually more impressive. That's a little easier than I expected. When I was reactivating that black yesterday, I was having some trouble with it, so perhaps it's just that particular pigment, because these three are doing pretty good. So you probably could get away with drying some of this out in a palette if that's your preference. Also, if you guys watch Sarah Burns, I mentioned her earlier in the video, she has this cute little palette that has a silicone lid inside the lid, basically. So she puts her gouache in that, and it stays pretty wet, and so far for quite a long time. And she just sprays the top of it, I think, when she goes to use it again. But see this black here? Oh, that was off screen. I'm so sorry. The black has this chunk. That's what I was talking about yesterday. That chunk is just not re-wetting. So the black is not so happy about re-wetting. Let's try the white. It'll be a little hard to see, but I am curious. Yeah, the white re-wets beautifully. Probably easier than the other colors. Even though you can't see, actually they re-wetted pretty easily. There you go. Get the glare off of it. Okay, well, I thought I would update that before I went ahead and finished editing this video, so hopefully that was useful for you guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you had as much fun as I did. This was a blast. I have so many cool things coming up in the videos. I just have these ideas and they're like pouring out of my brain. So luckily I wrote some down because I'll forget them, but we got to get to them. And we have another art haul coming because I did spend the last of my birthday money. So I have no idea how long that will take because it's coming from Jackson's, which is cross seas, but they're pretty fast. So maybe in a couple weeks we'll have more art supplies. I can't wait. Okay, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now. Oh, I have a broken nail. I have a dog walking around, so that's why we're waiting. And now I have a broken nail, so I'll have to go cut that. I'll be right back. And the dog's walking around again. Oh, 2 dogs now walking around. Say hi. This is a mess back here. We got to do something about that. This cheaper savoir-faire oh, I can't even say the word. This cheaper savoir-faire. Oh, no. It's a simple word. Okay. I kind of definitely. Why do I always say that like that? It's so funny. It's like totally the opposite. Cool. We will sign these and move on. Yep, that's too wet to sign. And I want to use a white gel pen. Probably lost my voice there for a second because I was leaning over trying to find my gel pen. Let's see if this works. I need paper. There we are. We'll sign that one individually. Why not? And let's try this one again. It's still wet. It's probably not going to work. Alright, fine. I'll stop being impatient and I'll wait. Jeez. Alright, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had... It's wiggling. All right, thank you. Well, I hope you had as much fun with this today. Well, thank you so much. Hey, stop making, oh, now the cat's making noise this time, not the dog. Oh no. What does she have? I think she has a candy cane. She and her candy, she loves candy canes. Like she'll tear them off the tree and break them up into pieces and throw them around all over. Yep, candy cane. Why is my hair so poofy today? Cat, thank you so much. Hey. Oh well, maybe you can't hear it.